This is becoming my favorite time of the week, recording the podcast with my Outcast friends. We are so thankful that you've come along for this ride with us. This is episode 41 of the Outcast podcast. I am Gentry, and I'm joined by a brown man, a black man, and a white man. They all walk in to do a podcast. And yes, this is what you get. Ramo is the brown man. What's going on, Ramo?
I was wondering who is who. Because,
I mean, I'll just look at your skin. It's very easy to tell.
We're all like we're like triplets, right? Us three, like
yeah.
¿Qué pasó, Ramo G?
How you feeling, my man?
Tranquilo, papa.
Good. Me too.
Let's go to the white man. We've got DJ TomKat. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Yeah.
And we have, of course, the black man.
There.
Why
Memphis.
the black man gotta be last? Shit, why we gotta be
We
last?
saved the best for last, Memphis.
Oh,
That's
okay.
you and your awesome.
Excellent recovery, Gentry.
Man, do we have a lot to talk about? So many things to get to. Kyrie Irving, we're going to get to. Farrakhan coming up. We've got some audio from him it's shocking.
It's definitely something I've never heard before.
We have a hurricane on the way to the Sunshine State.
Should be
Again.
here,
But it's going on the East Coast.
but it's coming out.
Well, we have listeners on the East Coast, TomKat.
I hope
so
we can
they
get home
need
in
to be ready.
time.
Aaron Carter passes away. We have
That's,
some
that's
disturbing
sad.
video from him.
That's sad for the family.
And there has been $290 million spent by the U.S. government on anti-radiation pills that should save our lives if we happen to get nuked. So we have details on that as well.
So you don't got to worry about the hurricane,
Interesting.
you
Or,
take that damn pill, shit.
climate change, or the asteroid, or...
It's a big show today. I would like to start with TomKat because when you first walked in here, I was concerned because you said, "Man, I'm just everything's stressing me out." Your chick, your lady, your lovely lady, she wanted to be on Onlyfans and show her feet.
That's not what was stressing me out today.
That brought you stress last week. This week you you mentioned midterm elections. You said bees at your house. Is everything okay?
The bees at the house stressed me out today. So, yeah, I think the midterm elections were stressful for everybody. I think it was just stressful just watching it. I didn't really have a problem with any of the outcomes or anything, but I just felt like it was just stressful watching people react to it, watching it, and just having it done, the midterms. Then when I come out of my house this morning, there's a massive, giant cluster of bees, and I don't know, there are bees right outside of my window. Now listen, this morning I was studying for this very show at the window, which I'll give them the video that's underneath this giant bee nest. So this bee nest was like feet from my head. I'm watching like news clips to get ready for the show. Those bees, and my screen has got a hole in it. It's janky. If those bees would have got mad and started pouring in the window,
Bruh,
done deal.
you know what it
You
was.
need to talk to your landlord.
We was talking off air. You know what
Apparently
it was.
they're sending a bug person over there right now.
Yeah,
over here. So I'm hoping
You found out
They're
today
gonna
they
kill
don't
him?
hurt the bees.
They're going to kill
that,
him?
I hope not.
these bees are at your house.
You sure they're bees?
I just
Look
didn't want
what
them to kill
happened. It came
me
out
or my
today.
dog. What?
Go inside. The Wu-Tang Clan, their first album came out
So that's
today.
what's crazy about it.
You
The
summoned the killer
Wu-Tang
bees.
Clan album came out in 1993. Protect your neck, kid.
What does
You
that
best
have to
protect
do
your
with
neck.
bees? What is
Because
it?
the
They
killer
kill
bees
bees.
are on the swarm, Gentry.
Gentry, listen.
I thought it was
Wu-Tang
the
Clan
36
ain't-
chambers.
No, they ain't nothing to fuck with. You should know this by now.
He got way
Gentry.
freaking excited with that shit.
Yeah.
Can we get a playback of the video of that one right there?
Yeah.
That slow-mo,
Gentry.
He lost his shit. That was great.
Well, one guy that's being swarmed right now by the executives in the NBA, we've got to start the show by talking about Kyrie Irving. I'm interested to get your guys' take on this. I've done a little bit of research. I'll tell you what I know.
Go ahead.
So I guess back maybe 2 weeks ago, 10 days ago, Kyrie shares a documentary that's out on Amazon. It's called Hebrews to Negros, Wake Up, Black America. It's something that was produced in 2018. It's on Amazon. I looked it up. It's $11 if you want to rent it, and you can have it for like 48 hours, or it's like $20 and you can own it. And it's a documentary that talks about the ancient times in which I know, TomKat, you know a little bit more about it. You actually researched it. I tried renting it, and it put me to sleep.
I'm not surprised.
Well, I just researched it this morning.
Something to do with the Israelites are, in fact, black, according to this documentary.
The black Israelites.
How do we know? How do we know so long ago?
Well, I
Who
would
knows?
imagine. I mean, that where the area in which that happened, like, weren't most people of a darker skin tone just because of the area? Like,
I guess it kind of says in this that is
Theoretically?
the reason why the tribes had a darker skin tone, because they were black people,
Sure.
and that basically that the modern Jews. I'm just kind of paraphrasing this. It says, one, the Jews are Israelites, and thus these are the falsehoods that the modern Jews have put on people. It says here in this article, which is a quotation from a 1978 anti-Semitic text published by Walter White Jr. titled "The Hidden Tyranny." And in this, it says, this is what they believe. The Jews are the Israelites and thus God's chosen people. They believe that to be a falsehood. Jesus Christ was a Jew. They believe that to be a falsehood. That 6 million Jews were killed in a Holocaust during World War II. That's what it says in this article. That all races are equal, or that all are brothers. And 5, that Jews are just another religious group. That's what it says in this. I'm not saying that.
That's what
That's
what that says.
That's what it
saying.
says in
Yeah.
the
Okay.
quotation from the 1978
From
text published by Walter White Jr.
that movie
titled
or whatever.
"The
that
Hidden
documentary.
Tyranny." Yes.
interesting.
What seems to be even more interesting to me when it comes to this topic is the way that everyone is reacting, because
Sure.
here's the hypocritical thing as I'm on the outside looking in. Kyrie just shares a documentary that's on Amazon. He doesn't say he believes in it. He doesn't say he's against it. He just shares a documentary that's on Amazon. Then the NBA says it's anti-Semitic. You're suspended for 5 games and you need to apologize. And there's all these things that he needs to do. But yet nobody's up in arms about Amazon being the place that's holding
True.
it. They're talking to Jeff Bezos is like talking about buying an NFL team, and that doesn't seem to be a problem to welcoming him into a American sports league. And so it's got me scratching my head.
That's
I believe
interesting.
that
That's an interesting take,
Kyrie
sure.
Irving is the person who retweeted it, though, right?
He
But Jeff
he shared
Bezos
it.
didn't share it or whatever.
But he's sharing it he owns the
I'm not
company.
saying that
He's
what
still-
they
he
did
said-
to
so
him
what
is the
you're
right
saying
thing
is
that
they're
to
selling
do.
it.
I'm just saying that the reason I wouldn't hold maybe Jeff Bezos as responsible is because he's not the one who shared it or retweeted it.
He's not promoting it,
All right.
but he's selling it on his platform.
Oh,
right?
I get it. Okay, he's
Yeah.
selling the
Actual
movie
book or
the,
whatever.
The movie,
yeah, the
right?
movie, is that what it is?
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
he's-
I get it. Yeah, I
He's
get
selling the
that.
propaganda. He's
Okay.
cashing in on it. All
Sure.
Kyrie Irving did was
share it.
He didn't say,
Sure.
I support this. You should really watch it because everything in it is true. He didn't say he was against it. It was just a copy the link, paste it tweet from Kyrie Irving.
Sure, I absolutely see the kind of hypocrisy in that.
So,
Sure.
so the other issue that I've seen with this is my friend Shaq goes on the air and says Kyrie's an idiot. And Charles Barkley pretty much follows up by saying he thinks Kyrie's an idiot.
Sure.
And now I've noticed that a lot of people in the black community, and Memphis, you'll have to get me up to speed on this, but they're saying that he is buck dancing. First of all, I'd like to clear up what exactly does buck dancing mean? Does this mean that he's dancing for the buck,
Yeah,
or
you're the spokesperson here.
what does it mean, Memphis, to buck dance?
We need your input.
I mean, I'm not the spokesperson for all black people. I'm the
on this
spokesperson
show,
for
you
myself.
are.
Yeah,
On this show,
unfortunately,
you
yeah,
are.
you're their voice. But I mean,
No, I mean,
you can't say
buck,
that.
buck dancing. I mean, it's a term from back in the day when you had like basically black folks that would sell out or they would do things
Okay.
for the master or for the white man to like
Right.
try to show out and be extra, you know, and go against the grain, and so to speak. And so I can see why what
I know
Shaq
what you're
and
saying.
what Charles might have said, because I don't know what they said. Because I haven't been really paying attention to the Kyrie situation. I mean, just by a little stuff, and I'm like, okay, I get it, whatever, you know. But I mean,
Can I just say that what I feel like he was trying to say is that anything that divides people, he was against. And I think
that's what he
that's
followed it
why
up
he
with.
was saying he's an idiot. I don't know if he was saying so much he's an idiot about what he believes in. I think he's just saying you're an idiot because you're a sports player. People look up to you. Why are you trying to divide people with stuff that
That's-
may be controversial and divide people, even if you think it is something that people should look at and read, and maybe they should. But I don't know that but a sports figure should be so divisive.
It just seems
It's
to
such
be
a firebrand thing.
So I mean,
That's-
the thing I see that Kyrie made the mistake of, if this indeed was anti-Semitic, it's like, I guess why share it if it's going to cause controversy? But then on the flip side, it's like if we don't
Stand up
talk
for
about
what
these
you believe
things,
in. Sure.
I mean,
I
but
get
let's
it.
be
I
honest.
see both sides of
If it's something stating that something we absolutely know for a fact happened here on Earth, like,
Mhm.
all right, the rest of it's probably kind of propaganda.
And I will say that a lot
not something
of the
that you should be saying, hey,
look at this.
check this out. Like,
A lot of this,
yeah, like,
the
no,
five
like,
things that
how
they
about
stated
no?
here are arguable. They're all arguable, and they're hard to prove. That like Jesus Christ was Jewish. I mean, that's really hard to prove or disprove.
That's an
Jews,
argument, sure. I mean, but it's also hard to
although
prove.
the
in fact
Holocaust
that
is very easy to prove.
he
it
actually
happens.
lived, like, you don't have
that's easy to
I
prove.
we don't
visited
have his birth certificate.
I visited a
and all that
concentration
stuff.
camp.
Yeah,
yeah.
in Germany.
yeah, you know.
I definitely believe
Yeah,
that.
I went to visit
is,
Dachau, and I
quite
gotta tell you, that
provable.
was very eerie, man. That's
Where Dachau?
yeah.
They used to have a
Dachau,
They used to have a
No, that's
display.
the concentration camp.
Oh yeah, that's
that's
right.
crazy.
Yeah. and
Remember
I
they
went
had
visiting
that
them.
that show on Family Guy was Dachau, but it was like a slaughtering plant for cows.
Yeah, I
Never
remember
mind.
that.
I didn't see
Moving
that.
on.
I have
Anyways,
seen a
yeah.
lot of documentaries on it, and they used to have it up at Edison College, which is now the
That was
FSW
terrible.
College. They used to have a display like all the time in the art gallery, and I'd go in there and walk through, and it was not good.
Yeah.
Not good.
Well, they're going to make Kyrie do a bunch of things if he wants to play in the league. They've given him a checklist. First, he has to apologize, which he did. He put out a long tweet and he
Right.
apologized. He has to give a $500,000 donation to an anti-hate cause, which he did.
Right.
And then the people said they didn't want his money.
Oh well, so he gave it. So they $500,000. He got
Hey,
back.
you can pay me money not to hate motherfuckers. I'll
Shit.
try.
So
I'll
he
give
did
you
two
$5,
things.
man. Just
Whatever.
be nice.
I am. I think.
Sensitivity training. He has to go to sensitivity
I
training.
understand that. I
right.
mean, it's
But
just like if one of the players, got in trouble for beating on their girlfriend or something of that nature, like they make them, they don't just, oh, that's it, you're done with the league. Like they send them to classes and different things like that and make them pay, do things to make them try to learn from their mistake and,
Let me ask this
recoup
question.
their, at least for the brand of the NBA or, NFL, whatever league they play for.
Are we putting too much stress on these people? Are we putting too much on these people to be someone that we look up to?
I think
Or are we not?
I think unfortunately they do that themselves by because I mean, let's be honest, if you ask any of them, they're going to tell you, "Oh, we grew up wanting to be Kobe or Michael Jordan or Magic Johnson or one of them guys." Like
I think
they know what comes with that, unfortunately.
I think
You know what I'm
about
saying? Like, is it fair? Probably not. You know what I'm saying? Just like it's not fair for us. Like, we really have to be careful. A lot of things we say because we could be liable for shit like that. But like that being said, you have to understand who you are, or at least who you represent professionally. You know what I'm saying? Because no matter how you look at it, no matter how much money they pay you, and no matter how great you are at your job, you're still representing them as an employee in its most basic form. You know what I'm saying? Like you work for the NBA or you work for a team that's employed by the NBA or that's, the NBA is part of the NBA. Like,
sure,
that's what it is.
sure.
So you have to understand that. You can't just
Well, yeah, it's like you can't be if you work at a restaurant or something. You can't just start handing out pamphlets about what
Shit,
you
yeah.
want to talk about at the
nothing.
restaurant.
You can't even hand out pamphlets of church. If you go to
Right.
great church and you think your pastor's amazing, and you want other people to hear what
Sure.
he's got to say, you can't do that.
It's like on my if I'm doing mixes for a radio station, I can't just jump on those mixes and be like, "No, I got you."
or check me out here. Right.
Yeah.
Tell you about this right here.
Yeah, 007 it up.
What about when like a LeBron James or a Russell Westbrook shares a song that they like? Like I've seen it happen.
Sure.
And then you listen to the song, and during the song it's talking about I got my guns and you better be ready
Sure.
because if you step to me, where the narrative of the song, it may not be Hebrews to Negroes, an old ancient fairy tale of documentary, but this is something that to me is hate when you
Sure.
talk about black on black crime. But they don't seem to care if you share that style of music on or any hate rap. That doesn't seem to be a problem. But if you share a documentary, seems to be a problem.
I think
Do you
street
think that's
violence is
completely different?
I do, just because the
Yeah.
idea this is that are so flipped and corrosive. The ideas, if you
I think
and they're so hurtful to people. Like what I think what the documentary is saying. I think it's hurtful to people. So I think that's why it's you get more of a reaction.
And it also goes on the heels of Kanye West saying he's going to go DEFCON 3 on the Jewish community.
Yeah,
and
that
so
didn't help.
I did speak to one of my Jewish friends, two of them, about it, and one of them was just pretty much like, fuck Kanye, and then moved on to another topic. Another friend of mine was like really concerned. He's like,
Really?
I'm concerned being a Jewish guy living in America at this point because it seems like there's becoming a lot of hate towards Jewish people here in the last 5 years. He said, have you noticed a difference in that? Like people, and he specifically mentioned the Proud Boys. He's a anti-Trump guy too.
Yeah.
So he mentioned that that just seems like there is a lot more hate in the last 5 years than there has been, and that there's a lot more hate towards the Jewish community, and that he actually said he felt a lot more scared being a Jewish citizen here in the United States than he did 5 years ago.
Yeah, that sucks.
America's definitely become more divisive in the past
and
few
dangerous.
Years, but you know,
I think
we got to make that better. Like that falls on all of us on our own. Like, right? You know what I'm saying? That's it. Sing it. Mike knew.
Yeah, but it won't happen. It won't happen.
I think it can.
It does happen.
It can happen.
It has.
Every day.
It can happen, but it won't happen.
I mean, that's why we're here.
Just like bad things happen every day, and a million different people in a million different moments, people make the choice to do the right thing instead of do the wrong thing.
I get it, man. Like, you know, like if more people were like us, you know what I'm saying?
Because we're awesome.
Yeah.
Let's just
the fact that Gentry pays us $120 grand a year has nothing to do with us hanging out. We were friends way before that.
True.
And we're awesome.
Shit. But, you know, most people, you know, and there are a lot, there's a good portion of people in the world that want shit to be good, you know, and everybody to get along. You know, but there's another portion of people who don't, you know, and that's why, you know, it won't ever be that to how, you know, a world where we would like it to be, because you always got that other.
Is it Human Nature, another Michael Jackson song? Tell them that it's human nature.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like that, because I mean,
do you think maybe he was an alien and tried to tell us about the future and how to?
And we ain't listening. Now we're gonna get a fucking meteor gonna hit our
Michael
ass.
Jackson, he was?
You think?
Well, he was also like, get in them little boys' booties, too. Don't forget about that in the future.
He didn't put that on record.
No, he didn't. Maybe it was just like...
Stop slandering that man's name, TK.
Well, that was Cat Williams. Cat Williams.
You guys are mentioning...
Now you snitching.
You guys mention Michael Jackson. I know we played the audio before the show, but I think one of the things that has come up and people are talking about when you say Hebrews to Negros and you talk about Kanye West, Kanye West is claiming that the Jewish community runs Hollywood and they run the Democratic Party and that they run the Illuminati, according to Kanye West, and they're powerful. I don't know why you could hate on the Jewish community for being powerful. It sounds like they go arm in arm and they work together as a unit to take over, and they took over Hollywood. So I don't know why you would hate on it.
Let me just say this. With all these conspiracy theories, it's the same. It's this amorphous, shadowy group, whether it's the Bilderbergs, whether it's the take over the world people, but no one can ever name the people. And if you ask them for names, they never knew who they are. They can't name anyone. Who are the shadowy Jewish people that run everything, that own everything? What are their names?
And here's
Goldberg,
the thing,
Spielberg, all the Bergs.
So the guy who makes movies,
all the Steens, all the Bergs.
I mean, who's to say they follow which party? Like, I mean,
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure, like,
they seem
the
to be smart.
Democratic Party seems to be like trying to help broke people more than the Republican Party. I would imagine somebody with a lot of money would probably think more Republican, more conservatively.
Depends.
I don't know. I mean,
not Soros,
right? I mean,
he's not. He's Democrat.
Like,
he's a Democrat. Soros. Well, I wouldn't say Democrat. I'd say more like lefty.
I mean, there are plenty of people. I mean, I don't know, man. It's like that on both parties, you know. I mean, if you got,
yes, I'm sure. No, I'm sure. I'm not saying there's not, but I would imagine by and large, people would see things a certain way if they come from a certain background. You know, Jewish people are very religious. You know, they have very religious ideals. You know, they wouldn't think very democratically, very liberally. I wouldn't think. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well,
liberals
I think
stand for a lot of things
Jewish
that
people might
church
think
people
liberally
really
because Jewish city
don't get
people
down with
just
too
tend to
much.
think liberally.
Like that's a
Most
well-known
every
fact.
Jewish person I know is a liberal. At least the ones I know. For the most part.
because they're very
Sure.
they,
I mean, I'm not saying
especially
they
if you're in a
can
city,
be, but I'm talking
environment.
specifically like people that like would own Hollywood per se, like people with money.
Hollywood's very
they
liberal.
tend to be more conservative. I'm saying generally speaking. I can't
Hollywood, I would
imagine.
disagree.
I think
Hollywood's more liberal.
all the way, 100%.
Sure.
If you
Yeah,
like
definitely.
very liberal. Like
Yeah,
for
yeah.
I
real,
see
for
that,
real.
but I'm
Yeah,
just
if
saying.
you
for
step
real,
out
for
of
real.
line, they finish you. You can't be.
Like, it's
That's kind of what
serious.
Kanye's saying. Is he's saying that the liberal Jewish community in Hollywood is running the show, and that if you go against them, according to him, you go against them and against their ideology, you will be canceled. That's what he's saying, and that's kind of a little bit. I think
there's
of
some
what
truth into
Kyrie's saying. I don't
There's
know.
truth in that.
I don't know anything about it, dude.
Yeah.
I've never.
You can always get a job at the mall.
Yeah, the little kiosk in the middle, and you could
It's good
you
to
know,
go. You know who cancels you? It doesn't matter. Nobody cares who folds the shirts in the mall.
I would say still, I stand by my comment. That's not something somebody representing any national league of anything should be posting.
What?
It's just
what
Kyrie Irving posted. It just
Oh, see, well,
It
see,
shouldn't
so
even
he
be-
agrees with Shaq, and I
Yeah,
agree in
sure.
the sense that when he says, "I don't," the only thing is that, like when you say that someone's an idiot, people jump on the word idiot. You called him an idiot. You said idiot. You call this person
I
an
won't
idiot.
call him that.
And then so that's what people probably jumped on. But the second part where he says anything that divides people, I don't agree with. I do agree with that. I do agree with that. If you're out, like, it doesn't mean that you can't have an opinion.
Sure.
But if you're there to be like a positive figure for people to excel, to be the best that they can be, should something as
that divisive
so
even be a
divisive.
part of it.
I mean, I think
it shouldn't be a
that-
part of it.
I don't know if there's anything that could be more divisive than that.
Well, I mean, it'd even be like, let's say you were having marriage problems and going to like some kind of event for your league or for a radio station and going there and talking bad about your family the whole time, or you know what I'm saying, like shitting on your wife the whole time you're there, and like
because
making,
a lot of the people around you
you're gonna
are
look
Jewish,
bad,
right,
like you're
sure,
gonna make your
sure.
people you're there with look bad because
We are
of the
so-
way you're talking.
We're so interconnected these days. Everyone is.
Yeah.
And, it's just like I went back to say with the Kanye thing. As soon as you go past your own enlightenment to start going, those people, boom, every time. It doesn't matter. And as soon as you get there where you're like, those people over there, boom, you went
But
there.
Kanye was saying
You've
a
gone
lot of-
off, you jumped the shark.
Kanye was saying a lot of weird shit at the
well,
same
you know,
time too, and
maybe
his
that's his
antics.
truth. Like we
I don't know
don't
if
know.
that's the right
but-
metaphor
I
for
think-
that.
I
But
don't know.
I mean, hell, broken clock is right twice a day. So I mean, there might is some truth into what he said. Now, how he was going about saying it and just doing a bunch of crazy shit along with that
He's
is
definitely
how
been off the chain.
how sometimes maybe
Who's been off
somebody
the chain?
he could like I said
What the
it could be some truth into what he said, but based off of the shit he was doing, people just totally forgot
What
about
happened?
what the fuck he was saying. What the fuck wrong with you?
what?
what?
What happened, Raymond?
Nothing.
You're all right.
This dude's fucking weird, man.
It was.
All right, let's move on to a different topic.
Thank you.
That
Maybe
was a
something.
long topic.
It
Maybe
was.
something a little more fun, like asking Memphis why he's not wearing Tennessee gear.
Good shit.
You've wore orange every single week for the last 3-4 weeks. I know Tennessee. You've been riding high, on
Yeah.
what
on
happened,
your
dog?
playing that mountain music. What's the big song that they play?
Rocky Top.
Rocky Top,
It's
Tennessee's
not
been
mountain
playing.
music. It's an American
Who'd you guys
classic.
lose to?
It's an American classic.
Who'd you lose to?
Georgia.
Yeah, the dogs.
Didn't I say that?
The dogs
No.
are pretty good.
No, you ain't say shit. Don't try to bandwagon
No,
now,
I'm
motherfucker.
kidding. Okay, I'm not
Yeah,
a Georgia fan, dog.
Yeah, we took a loss, but I mean,
But I
shit,
said,
we be
man,
right
you got to
back.
be careful with them. They got a good defense.
Yeah, you know what? So I mean,
They
I ain't
do.
gonna make excuses. I mean, they came out and kicked our ass, but at the same token,
They
we were
always got
right.
good
We were right
defense.
in that game, and I mean, the team they just didn't show up on Saturday. They did, but they turned on to like a lot of self-inflicted shit, false starts. I mean, the interception, the Hendo Cinco through. I mean, the defense got burnt twice by some scrub.
Oh, here we go again.
So what you
Like,
saying
how
about
y'all
your defense is dead scrub?
no, man, like how y'all let the little dude do a double move on you? This dude.
Tyreek Hill?
Nah,
They
made him look like it.
Well,
This little dude was
he
like,
might be.
TK, you could have
He
got
might
out
be
there and
the
covered
next.
that little dude.
I'm not sure. I smoke a lot of weed.
All
Yeah,
I
me
got,
too.
all I
I'd have
do is
been
say,
like,
no, listen.
I'm done.
I've never been that fast.
No, only thing I would tell you, you see that guy right there? You guarding him. Don't let him beat you. Just stay in front of him and just don't like mess him up along the way.
I think
Don't
that's
let
some
him
of the
run
hardest
past you.
things of football was trying to guard the receiver.
You know why?
That's why
That's
Deion
hard.
Sanders
You
is
know
That's hard
why
to
I
do.
never played organized football?
Because you're out of shape.
And fat.
Well, exactly. The only position that I would ever be able to play
couldn't
was
tackle?
probably the offensive or defensive line.
You too small.
Not even defensive line. Yeah, offensive line. Like
The
no,
center.
I wouldn't
The
do it.
center.
You're too small
Hell
for be
no.
an
Oh, this guy's
offensive
gonna get
lineman.
murdered.
I know. Well, not in the pros.
You could be like a fullback or something.
Nah,
Yeah, you could have been a fullback.
man. I had a little cousin who played running back in high school. His knees are shot. Won't do it.
Let's look at the rankings here to see. I know we all made a prediction at the beginning of the year who would be the college football national champion. And right now, looking at the top 5, Tennessee now number 5 in the country after the loss to Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4,
Georgia.
TCU is number 4.
TCU.
That's Texas
Really?
Christian University, TCU.
Really?
I think
Yeah.
they're like the Horned Frogs.
The
or
Horned
something.
Frogs out in
Who have they played?
they beaten in the Big 12. They beat Kansas State. They beat Oklahoma State.
They beat Oklahoma.
They beat Oklahoma. They beat Kansas. So they beat both teams from both Kansas and Oklahoma.
None of
And they
these
just beat
teams ring a
Texas.
bell with me.
And they beat Texas.
You
Tech.
never heard of the
Saturdays.
Oklahoma Sooners?
What? How have you not heard of the
Well,
Kansas Jayhawks?
aren't they a better basketball team?
No,
No, their
Kansas
football
is.
team is pretty good at Oklahoma.
They're legit?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Hell yeah.
I know they had a pretty decent basketball squad.
No, that's
but-
Kansas.
Number
Oh, I
5,
know they
Tennessee.
did.
Number 4 is
Jayhawks.
TCU. Number 3 was my national champion pick for this year, Michigan.
Michigan.
Number 2 is Ohio State. And number 1 is Georgia. Notables are Alabama fell 3 spots after
them
they
mouth
lost to
breathers
LSU.
lost again.
And Clemson lost to Notre Dame this past weekend.
They
and
did.
They dropped 6 spots.
And they shouldn't
Damn.
even been there in the first place. Clemson sucks.
Notre Dame is
Sucks.
back in the rankings at number 20 this week.
Congratulations on that win, by the way.
So who did you pick, Ramo? You said Alabama.
I did. They still got a chance to win it all.
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
You don't think?
Not
I'm
after
pretty
that.
sure I
no.
said Georgia.
Nope.
No.
Where you
No,
at?
sir. Those mouth breathers are out of here.
We'll have to go back to
They
the
ain't
tape.
got a chance.
We'll see.
Listen, they going to be at
We'll
home
see. I don't
sitting on
know.
the couch
I don't know.
crying and carrying on because they're going to be playing in the Birmingham Bowl or the Egg Bowl, whichever one of them little weak scribbly bowls. They going to
toilet
be playing
bowl.
it. The toilet bowl, that's where they need to be because they stink, they low down, they dirty, and that's why they ain't playing for no national championship. We just might. But y'all won't. But we have a better chance than y'all this year. So go Vols, you
got
mouth
that?
breathers.
It looks like Bob Ross is painting your shirt right now.
Oh yeah, he did
Go
a
back
good
to
job,
that
man.
shot.
Yeah,
He's like swinging back and forth,
he
painting
got my
it,
favorite
painting it,
character on
painting
here.
it.
He painted my character. Favorite
This
character
clip
on
might
here.
go more viral than the last one when he was
Is
talking
that
about.
Dr. Roxo?
Yeah, this is Dr. Roxo. He likes cocaine.
He does.
A lot of
Cocaine.
Yeah.
I do cocaine.
Yeah, if you don't know who Dr. Roxo is,
You got the
slap
Coke
yourself in
shirt
the face.
on,
I do.
and he has
You
the
do
Coke
got
shirt
it.
I
on.
do. And you got the
They
salute
both got
to
Coke
DJ.
shirt.
We all
And
got
so we
Coke
all got
shirts
Coke
on.
shirts on.
Talk about the culture, baby.
You know how to get a record played, right?
Yep. Well, we don't have that. Okay, well, I guess whatever.
All right, we'd like to thank our sponsor here on the Outcast podcast. That is betterhelp.com/outcast. If you go to betterhelp.com/outcast, you could save 10% on your first month's therapy. Not you could, you will. And
You will.
people invest in a lot of things. I know people invest in cryptocurrency. How's that working out for you?
Not
so good.
Not so good
That's
right
messed
now.
up, Gentry.
Shibu Inu, fucking Dogecoin. you
Doge is
bitches.
doing all right.
Yeah, but not like it should
But
be.
you should invest in yourself.
Oh,
And
totally.
you can do that by going to betterhelp.com/outcast.
Or
You know, they've been very happy with their sponsorship with us. I
Hey,
want
we've been
to
happy with you guys.
I want to thank
Thank you.
our fans.
Well, appreciate you.
Obviously, using our promo code and going to betterhelp.com/outcast, and they're signing up because they signed up for a few more weeks. And now they've offered to us, they said that one of us could get some free therapy, or one of our family members, they want to offer it to the show. So I figured I'd offer it to you guys. Any of you in particular, Have you ever any of you ever had done therapy?
I have.
Let me just say, they clearly must be watching the show.
I think they know you need therapy, TomKat.
They're like, we hoping they
Yeah,
pick
he
the white
definitely
guy.
needed TK.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
might go
look
in
at
and
that. Yeah, he
shoot
does-
up like an election
Rainbow needs it, not me.
ballot
No,
place.
TK definitely needed. But I've done therapy.
I need to hit
before.
the goddamn lottery.
Shit, don't we all?
I had 2 tickets for that last lottery
You guys
there.
all pissed your money right down
So,
the drain.
No,
I
I
don't
just
know. My mom tried to get me
Don't
into
make it
therapy
up.
when I was a little kid, and I did not like it.
You went to therapy.
I went
as a
to
kid?
therapy with a priest once when I was a kid.
Oh no,
and
shit!
then
When
I-
you try to figure
That
and then I
means
went
something
to therapy,
else.
and then I went to therapy with
Yeah,
an
dude.
actual therapist.
that means something
Was
else.
the-
You needed
Yeah.
therapy after seeing the priest.
Yeah, for real.
Hey, was the priest trying to fill you up?
No.
He
He's a
didn't
good
make no
dude.
passes at you.
No, none of that.
There you go, Thomas.
No.
Why did your mom think you needed therapy? What exactly
Yes.
were you doing?
I
It
think
was actually an exorcism. Yeah, she thought he was
Demon,
possessed.
get out of
by
my son!
Satan.
Get
I'm
out!
not exactly sure what I was doing. But, I do know this. I was like, I was definitely questioning God a lot to her.
And so she
She made
She
me
didn't
go
like
sit
that.
down with a priest. She
you're
did not
acting like
that.
Kyrie Irving a little bit.
Well,
You're getting out of line.
That's not a bad thing
Were
to
you
question.
a religious person?
Ain't
I
nothing wrong
didn't
with
think
that.
so.
That's
I didn't
one of
think
my
so.
biggest
I just
problems.
wanted him to answer my questions. Let me tell you something. I wanted to believe, and I do now on my
I
own
don't.
through the things that happened in my life. I know that,
You don't believe.
but I do
though.
believe. And I know.
Sure.
I find that,
Okay. Yeah.
I don't.
but
There's nothing
it
wrong with
didn't
that.
come from them doing that. You
Right,
know, so
right,
it was
right,
kind
right.
of sad that they did, but it's fine.
No,
I just wanted,
well-
I wanted him to be able to tell me, but in the end, the thing is, you can't be told.
There's no
I
ju-
wanted him to tell me God was real,
Sure.
but he couldn't. And so I was driving him nuts, poor guy. He
Well,
stopped
nobody
seeing
can.
me. Nobody can.
And that's what
I
he
didn't know
needed to
that. I was a
tell
little
you.
kid. I was
See,
a kid.
that's what he should have told you. And that's part of the problem with, a lot of those counselings.
Sure.
Like the truth of the matter is that you're not going to understand what you believe to be God
Right.
until you find him, her,
Sure.
it, that, whatever.
Or somebody sticks a gun in
yourself.
your face, you'd be like, "Oh God,
Sure,
man,
sure.
help me!"
Or you get locked up because you do some
Praying to
stupid shit
somebody.
and get
Yeah.
caught robbing somebody, whatever, stolen property. Something. There's always they call it a come to Jesus moment with people, and that's when you find your unity, God, your whatever your foundation is to help you get through whatever trial it is that you're going through, because a lot of people probably don't believe they can do it themselves, which is why, the service that these people offer is just, you can't put money in on that, something
Sure.
like that. Like it really helps.
And a lot of people are going through with having stress mentally. With everything
absolutely.
that's going on. We just had a hurricane. We're dealing one's on
We
top
just
of
had
us
the
right now.
election yesterday.
We had the election. I felt
Pandemic.
stressful
Yeah, the
today.
pandemic,
I told Gentry I felt stressful. I had a big old bunch of bees outside my house when I left. That stressed me out.
I think
Now, is
you
that a
need the
euphemism
therapy.
for like
Yeah.
So
The
who's
bees?
taking the
chicks or
therapy?
bitches?
I don't know.
I think we
TK.
should make a vote.
No,
Is
I don't
it-
like therapy though.
I vote TK take it because he doesn't like it. I want to see if he will like it. Who's your vote, Ramo? Who should get the therapy from BetterHelp?
He need that
I
shit.
think
Who?
the sex demon over
Yeah.
here.
Memphis.
Memphis.
Me?
Okay.
Yeah.
Me?
All
He
right.
wants it.
Memphis.
Memphis wants it.
What's your vote, Memphis?
Sex a lot.
Who do you vote? Who needs the therapy? Who's your vote?
Sir,
Golly.
sex a lot.
Why do I need the therapy?
I don't think they.
Because
yeah.
sometimes you
Who's
come
your
in
vote?
here pretty salty,
Who's
so I
vote?
think you
Memphis
might
has to
have
vote
some-
who gets
some-
the
He's
therapy.
not going to vote for himself.
Well, see
Yeah.
who he votes for. Who are you voting for?
Yeah, I'm definitely not voting for me.
Okay, who
You know?
But
should get the
TomKat will.
therapy? Memphis. Who should?
Ramo, I think you ought to get therapy.
Sure.
Okay, so I said it should
Let's
be.
get him, Ramo. I'll help
TK.
you out. Or
I
you're
said it
going
sh-
down. You better help me, or you're going down.
And then
What do
now
you mean help you? I
TK.
already helped
All
you.
right,
Right?
TK, you get TK. You have the final. You have the final vote.
Memphis.
Okay, so it's Memphis because Memphis got 2 votes. He got 1 from Ramo and 1 from TK. He's the only one with 2 votes.
Oh shit! See, I should have voted for your ass,
So
you asshole. Look who you stab me in the back. That's fine. I'll get the therapy. I'll do it.
all right, Memphis
I'll
gets
do it.
the therapy. We
I
will
will
check
do
back
it.
in once he starts the therapy. He will
Yeah.
share some things. Some
I
things
will.
you don't have to share. That's the nice thing about BetterHelp.
Listen, y'all
It's
know
all
me well
anonymous.
enough to know I share fucking everything.
Well, and I
You
will
share
say,
too much
I will say this
Sometimes
too.
I do.
That you probably experience and go through things that we don't.
I wonder if
made
you're going to be a
some,
changed person.
but
Memphis.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Wait, say that again?
I said, you probably go and see things that we don't. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So the gay
like-
bar, he's saying.
He don't see
Yeah,
God.
you know.
He said that.
Well,
I'm more interested in
you know,
finding out more about
and
that.
he's
Memphis.
married, but still has a homosexual boyfriend. Like,
I mean,
I'm
dog,
pretty
you
sure
just
you
gonna put my
should.
shit out there like that? What the fuck?
I'm kidding.
You
That's,
ain't
It's a
talk-
shirt,
that's
man.
a joke. I'm
It's a
kidding.
shirt.
You ain't talk about my mistress and my
I'm kidding, I'm
girlfriend.
kidding.
The fact that I got money buried somewhere, I just
Yeah.
discovered. I mean, fuck, dude, you just gonna put it all out there, dude?
Carlos.
Man, this is good stuff.
Carlos.
Carlos is mad now.
Yeah, I'll do the therapy.
No,
for
I'm
sure,
kidding.
for
I'm
sure.
kidding. I'm kidding. No, you're
all right, we'll
good.
get you signed up for it,
Yeah.
Memphis, and you can report back. If you would like to get the BetterHelp, just go to betterhelp.com/outcast. Save 10% on your first month therapy, and you can see a therapist like within 24 hours. It's not like a call place. Well, we'll get you in 3 months.
Yeah.
Get help right away at betterhelp.com/outcast. I would like to touch on Memphis. You said
Oh,
this.
that's a little,
shit.
that's intense.
Yeah,
All right,
whoa,
hold
whoa.
on there. The
I'm not
therapy
back
hasn't
in that
yet started yet.
Kind of
I
like
am-
the photographer. I think she wanted to touch
Yeah.
on Memphis too.
Okay.
Okay,
she did.
I was gonna say too. Like,
So
I
we
hope
can-
I said some pretty poignant shit. Like, I didn't sound like a retard. Or I'm pretty stoned, but after him saying that, I'm okay with it. We obviously
So
just saying
let's,
whatever the
I
fuck
would
we
like to
want.
touch on
All right.
what
Hey.
Memphis said, where you I feel like I heard you right. You
What's
said you
that?
don't believe in God, or you don't believe in Jesus, or you don't believe in any God. You believe in the big,
I don't believe in religion.
in religion. Period.
Yeah, I don't believe in religion. And it's kind of like what TK was like when he was young. When he was just questioning, like asking what is God, who's God, you know, and asking these questions that your parents or your grandparents or your elders, folks, people from the church or whatever, should give you solid answers to where you feel whole, where you like, okay, I'm good with that, versus like, well, you got to go to this person, that person, or this, or read this book that's man-made that they call a Bible, you know, and all this other stuff. And for me, because I was raised that way, I was born and raised in the church and all that, and I was having those same thoughts. You
Everybody
know,
does.
and yeah, we all do, you know, and we all have some crazy situations. My situation was, you know, I was supposed to be in a statistic for real. You know, and I had to just navigate through so much stuff, and I'm asking myself, well, why am I going through this? Why my mama got to go through this, or my brothers and sisters, or my people close to me, or why I'm losing my homies? You know what I'm saying? Or why is this not working for me? You know, and I'm supposed to be praying to this person or this whatever, and asking for these prayers and whatnot, and for this to fix not only my situation but everybody's situation. You know, because I never do things just for myself. I think more for the greater good for the people I care about, and any people that I don't know that I can touch, because it don't matter where you come from. People been put in some shitty situations, not by choice, especially if you're born into it, you know? So you want better for everybody, because they say this country's supposed to be that fucking great. Well, then we should all have a chance, no matter where you're from, to be comfortable. You ain't got to be fucking rich. Just be comfortable where your mama ain't got to work 2 jobs, and your daddy you never see your dad because he busting his ass, or he on the block. He moving, doing this and doing that to provide and risking his neck and freedom, you know, to provide for a family. People just want to be able to live right. And that's what I'm all about. So when it comes to the religion, the math was just not mathing for me. It just wasn't, you know. It just wasn't. And then I was just going through a thing and just meeting different people from different spaces, and I'm learning things that were just kind of like outside of what I was always taught. And then I started traveling the world, and my mind just opened, and I'm meeting different people from different walks of life, you know, and I'm doing what they do, not no touristy stuff. I really getting into people, like when people come to the United States and they want to like just be around the American like us versus the tourist shit, you know. And you learn more. You open your eyes and your ears, and you question everything, because they tell you, and in Christianity they say you're never supposed to question God.
Right.
Well, why not?
Well, yeah.
But
Because-
don't all those people have their own God and their own religion
Well,
and cultures that you go to?
Well, I mean, that's all you got.
And I know they fear their gods, because everyone does fear the God that they
I
worship.
don't know. I can't speak for them because I don't know.
Why should you though?
I mean, but
Well,
exactly
because he'll put
you-
a hurricane on you or something. I
But
don't know.
that's-
You know how
but
that
you know
works.
what, but-
Like an
I-
earthquake and then the
I'm a-
volcano. Anything that happened that was like big like
I
that,
don't
people
think-
in the past attributed to God, didn't
Sure they did, but I mean, but we all know now that God didn't do that. Our atmosphere did that. Like,
Sure.
How do we know?
You know, our
Well, I mean, it's really it's
I
out
think
there
that
like
God
the,
created
the,
everything.
if you
but
consider
I
Earth,
don't think
our
that
Earth God, then yeah, our God did create it.
I
Like,
do. But the way I look at it, it's weird. This, I guess, if I can explain, it's really hard. But I look at it like the Earth is kind of doing its own thing. God created it.
Sure.
That we have choice. We're here on this Earth. He's not sitting there moving storms around and or doing anything.
Because the
He created it,
people
it's
did
rolling.
stuff.
No, the Democrats are.
The Democrats
What
are
the
doing that.
fuck
That's
is
right.
this?
Harp is doing it. Yeah.
Oh,
that's
so
right.
what do we get a contract with Fox now?
Oh,
You
fuck
just say
that.
whatever you want.
Oh,
No,
we
right?
got Fox News.
We
Yeah,
just
this
say all
is-
kind of stupid
The
shit.
so-called red
Fox
wave
News alert.
they fizzled out. But no,
What a
I mean he's
jackass.
right, man. Like you should not be able to question your religion. You know, and to me, I mean, like I said, I just didn't grow up on no sucker shit. And I just like if I got a question, a serious question, you should be, and I go to the right person or persons, they should have an answer for me. Sure. Flat out. Like there is no gray area for me. It's either this or it's not. And if you don't have an answer for me, I'm gonna go find it somewhere else and ask somebody else who's supposed to maybe better or know more, you know. And I
You
always
believe in creator though, like you believe that there is a creator that created life, that created your life.
I believe in the universe. I believe in the universe and however it was created, but I don't put it on like a being or
Creation,
something.
right.
Like I don't. That's just not.
You're
my
saying there
makeup.
wasn't some being standing somewhere going, all right, now there's a universe.
Let's just
let
say
there be
let's just say this. This
like-
is just my opinion. You know,
But
I'm
that
sure
is a
from-
good question, though.
But just-
where was he? Where was whatever before the universe was created? Like if the universe was created with Big Bang, right? Where was the thing that created the Big Bang? Where was it?
Was it the chicken
But
or
you
the
know-
egg?
But you
Maybe
know
it
how
was
many
another-
universes are out there?
maybe it was another
think about
universe.
this. You know how many universes are out there? How
How
many
many?
galaxies? There millions.
We live in a
So it
multiverse.
was in
yeah,
another
yeah.
universe.
It's been proven.
I'm not bullshitting.
It's been
like,
scientifically
so,
proven.
This is a fact, and we're not.
Where's
I
that
mean,
pen, Gentry?
It's.
I need to get real stoned.
We already did.
Let's do it.
But I mean,
We need
you know,
more.
we are what we are. But my whole thing, like I said, I just want to wrap it up. You should be able
You
to.
should wrap
if,
it up as many girls as you've been with.
I've always wrapped it up
Every time.
except for a couple
Can
of
I get
them.
a-
But, you know, it is what it is.
Well,
We're
I
not
mean,
gonna
he
get
doesn't
into
have
that.
any
That's another
kids
show.
yet, so that we know of, right?
That's another show. Hey, we talked about that in one of the early,
See,
like
therapy.
12,
He needs
13
it.
episode.
This is going to be great, folks. He's going to be a brand new Memphis.
He is. He will.
I'm still gonna be.
and
me.
we'll be
All right.
happy that we helped.
To wrap it up, Memphis, please do wrap it up. Go ahead.
Question everything. If you got questions,
Hell yeah.
question everything.
That science is.
Question everything.
It makes sense.
And
It's-
don't follow the
That's-
trends. Figure it
yeah.
out for yourself.
God wants
And-
you to know. That's why He gave you a brain to think with. Whoever you think your God is,
Exactly.
there's a reason why you're smart enough to be as smart as you are.
And smart enough to
He
listen
don't
to
want
this
you to be
podcast.
stupid.
What?
I respect all the religions. I have
Me
a
too.
feeling that at the
100%.
end, we all, Allah hangs out with
Sure.
Jesus Christ,
All of them.
and they play cards together. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
and
Smoke
sometimes
weed,
they don't get
blow
Bullets
that
along.
slides through.
Yeah.
Lines, maybe. Sometimes.
So we have like two more things to get to.
Very
This thing we talked about before the show, it's pretty dark, but I don't know if we want to play it or not. I guess there's a 911 call made from an Apple Watch.
Yeah, I don't want to touch that, bro.
This is a Washington woman that was buried alive. 42-year-old lady, her and her husband are having an argument, and her husband decides that he's going to choke her, he's going to punch her out, and he binds her eyes and her hands and body with duct tape, and then he drives her in the woods, and he starts burying her alive.
What the fuck makes him think?
And then she calls 911 on her Apple Watch while she's
Thank God. being
like
buried.
under the dirt. And
Jeez.
so I started listening to the audio we did before the show started.
That's some chilling shit,
And
man.
you guys were like, no,
No,
we shouldn't play it. So you guys,
Did they find her?
let's see here. I'm going to read
He
the
doesn't
story.
know yet. Damn.
I haven't read that far.
Didn't know we shouldn't listen to. We don't know that yet.
Well, let's listen to the audio and then we'll know, I
This
guess.
may be the
as
voice
fuck.
of a dead woman.
Wait, is this a?
Yeah, right. Like we don't know yet. We'll find out together.
Oh shit, this is brutal.
All right, I'll just play a little clip. Just tell me when you want me to
Jesus.
stop it here. Hold on, let me stop the music. Here's the. You can tell she's.
Hello?
There's the 911 operator.
Hello?
She can't speak.
He had a
Can you hear
mouth bomb.
me?
This is terrible.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, she does sound like she heard her.
She's trying to say help, I
What's
think.
going on there?
Yeah.
I'm buried alive, bitch. Send somebody.
Okay, I'm gonna get help started to you. Hold
You
on.
should have did that
just
shit
a
like
second.
30
Do you
seconds
know the
ago,
address
bitch.
that you're at? If I said it.
The bitch can't talk. I'm sorry. She can't.
Are you?
She can go, though. Or
She's like, I think these people are having sex. I'm not going to send anyone.
Oh, poor lady. Gosh.
Yeah,
It's
you got
terrible.
man. Cut that off, man.
Hold
That's
on, I'm
enough.
gonna get help started for you. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Why would a human being do that to another, regardless of who it is?
Man, people fucked up, man. People are fucked up.
Let's read the article and see
She
what
was
it
definitely
says.
responding to her.
That's sad.
The dispatcher reassures the lady that help is on the way as she stays on the line.
Good.
The recording then ends when a police officer arrives.
Good.
However, Che, I guess that's her name, had already broken her watch with a hammer before. Oh, this is the bad guy, Che.
Right, yeah.
He had already broken her watch with a hammer before loading her into a van and driving her into the woods to bury her.
But she already called. So they sent people because she called.
Young
she called,
told
then he broke
police
the watch.
that her husband stabbed her in the chest and placed her in a shallow grave. She managed to keep dirt off of her face while wiggling around as she laid in the grave for hours. After tearing off the duct tape, she ran for about 30 minutes till she found a house and she pleaded for help. And it looks like she did live.
Fucking duct tape, huh? A million uses and counting.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
And the Apple Watch saved her life too.
Hold on.
Well, shout out to Apple for that. You
I'm confused. You said she got herself out of the grave herself
Right.
Sounds
by
like
breaking the tape.
It was shallow.
So then after she got out, she
After-
made the call to Apple Watch.
after tearing off the duct tape, she ran about 30 minutes until she found a house to plead for
No,
help.
the guy cut the Apple Watch off of her.
No, he broke it.
Yeah, he broke it.
But how did she make the call then?
Well,
She made it before he broke it.
Before
I
he
read
broke
this
it.
article. Right. She made the call on the Apple Watch. He came in the room again, saw that she had the Apple Watch on, broke it, then stabbed her ass. Sorry, lady. Took her, buried her, and then apparently she was able to get out, but she had already made the call.
Right.
Yeah, the call was already made.
So getting out of the grave was probably essential to her survival as well.
So by the time
Not just
911 responded, not to make a joke or nothing. So by the time 911 responded,
Come on.
this dude was able to try to like kill her, put her in his car, take her out to the woods and bury her
Yep.
before they even answered.
It was a shallow grave though, Rainbow.
Wasn't very much
That's
dirt.
fucking crazy.
I'm glad she made it.
I mean,
These
we just
murderers
caught the
never
beginning
plan
of
ahead,
the
I'll tell you what.
conversation, didn't we? Like we heard her say, "Hello, this is 911."
Yep.
So that means
She
that
was
her
on the watch
Apple
talking to her.
Watch was calling
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
the entire time.
Well, he broke it,
Or
but
at
they
least
should have
it's-
been sending somebody then, yeah. But it might have been hard to find her. They might have had a hard time finding her and him.
Either it was when he
Is there
was
any
putting
more-
her in the grave, or had her like
I understand.
when
No,
he
no,
when he was
look,
transporting her.
I totally understand that part of it, but what I'm saying is, if she called him or the 911 before he broke the watch, and they didn't find her until after she got out of the grave into somebody's house,
Mm-hmm.
that's a long time.
It is a long time.
That's
It's
That's crazy.
scary. Right around Halloween time.
Ladies, be careful.
Let's get to the news. This is the.
Your husband's
We do have a
jackass.
real credible newsman. His
Mhm.
friends call him TK. He's known as TomKat, one of the most respected newsmen in all of news.
Does an
I
amazing
mean, not
job.
so much.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's time for reporter TomKat's Not So Good News.
All right. This is the
Go ahead.
news for November 9th, 2022. Birthdays today. Actor Lou Ferrigno turned 71 years
The
old.
Hulk.
Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
The
Incredible.
Hulkster. That
The
makes me kind of
original.
feel old.
How
like
old
the
is he?
original. 71.
Oh, okay.
Have you guys seen the new Hulk, She-Hulk?
Yeah, I've
Yes.
seen it.
Yeah,
it's
a lot
okay.
of people like it.
It's okay. It took a little too
It's
long to
kinda
get
weird.
into it, but it's okay.
Singer Nick Lachey and also actress Vanessa Lachey. He turns 49. She turns 42.
Oh, they
Today?
share a birthday. How cute.
Yep.
Oh, look at that.
Wonder if they share a Facebook page too.
They probably do.
Nick Lachey.
Today, the midterms are essentially over. Most important takeaway is that marijuana has been legalized in states after the midterm election. They've set to loosen the marijuana laws for over 12 million Americans in Maryland and Missouri.
Nice.
My home state.
Good for them.
You fuckers did
Missouri.
something right. What the fuck?
Great state of Missouri.
Tropical storm
All
Nicole is on track to strengthen into a Category 1 hurricane as it approaches Florida.
She's headed right for us.
Said right, boys.
Here she
Hold her
come.
down.
She's supposed to come in in a few hours.
We're just
right?
dealing with our last
This is
hurricane.
bullshit.
Ian. We got
Yeah,
another
my
one
power
coming.
better not go out again.
Power
Yeah, I
better
know,
not go
man,
out.
because I wasn't planning on leaving them for this one.
You
'cause
guys
it
keep
wasn't that
interrupting our news, man. I mean, TK has such a great delivery, and then you guys just keep interrupting him. I'm sitting here trying to enjoy
Did you
TomKat's
do that on the
delivery.
lights? Oh, Jordan did that. That's
No,
scary.
I think it has to do with the power around here. There is a hurricane coming.
big. As we talking about the hurricane, we'll go ahead, TK.
Go ahead, TomKat.
All right, see the
Your
pic.
house is haunted, dude.
See the pic? We got to put this pic up on the screen here. Pennsylvania mom too scared to sleep after seeing ghostly figure in her security camera, and it is pretty ghostly.
See?
Amanda Pitt said that she did not believe in ghosts until she saw the figure in the video.
If
A
there's a ghost in
Pennsylvania
here,
mother
do it
of
again.
4 was spooked by the ghostly image on her security camera that she couldn't sleep. So spooked by it, she couldn't sleep, and her family has considered moving to another home. I couldn't get back to sleep. I laid there and tossed and turned on the TV because I was scared, Amanda Pitt, 34, told the Mirror.
I know Cindy Kaza.
They said other
That's
things had happened
hilarious.
before in the house. The people who lived there before didn't live there for very long, but they never found out why. She had once woke up, said she heard heavy footsteps in her home at 3:40 a.m. on October 21st. When
I'm
she
out.
looked at the security camera, she saw what appeared to be a ghostly figure standing in the doorway
I'm
of her
fucking
kitchen.
out. Peace.
I'm like, I ain't going nowhere. I'm like, look, hey, you better learn to
No, no.
coexist.
I'll call Cindy.
You better,
yeah.
you
No,
like,
no,
you better
you-
announce yourself.
You
hey,
just got to call over.
Who are you
a
going to call?
medium.
Call
Hey,
Ghostbusters.
Hey,
We'll
listen.
get rid of it for you. No problem.
I got that number on speed dial. You need it? Did she need it? I sent that shit to her ass. Like,
Cindy
fuck.
Kaza is the best.
They've moved in 2020, and they said that they've regularly received notifications on her phone from the security feed, even when no one is home.
That's crazy.
Yep, spooky.
Cray cray and hey hey.
Dun, 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 dun. All right. Cannabis-infused turkey gravy has arrived for the holiday
Ew.
season.
I
This is
need
just in
some.
time
I got my
for
card.
Thanksgiving this
Boom.
month.
Disgusting.
What are you talking about, dude?
With Thanksgiving right around the
Turkey
corner.
gravy? You get, why don't you just make your own gravy?
Cannabis-infused
What are you
turkey
talking-
He's
gravy.
talking about
gravy.
marijuana
There is
infused.
turkey
What
Yeah,
they
you
gravy.
can make your own. Why you let somebody else do it? You can do it yourself.
I mean,
Well,
yeah, if you
the-
want to go buy the True Clear or whatever it is, the
Yeah,
RSO or the.
so if I want to go get something tomorrow, what do I get?
I wouldn't even use
I can get a
RSO.
good look
Get
at a
the True Clear.
T-bone steak by sticking my head up a bull's
Bull's
ass, but I'll take the butcher's word for it.
There you
I
go.
love that.
I like that.
All right, so look, this holiday season, Kiva Confections cannabis-infused turkey gravy puts Thanksgiving twist on a classic flavor with a virally successful debut.
Somebody send us some.
Yeah, send us some of that turkey gravy with the weed in it.
That'll like really have that tryptophan in it. Don't they say turkey has the tryptophan
They
that
give
It
you the
does.
itis.
It does.
makes you sleepy after you eat turkey?
You have the best nap.
So
So
does
If you don't know
nice
what the
indica
itis is, just
marijuana.
Google that itis.
you ain't never had a turkey sandwich.
Oh yeah, 9-pound hammer. Boom.
Boom. You guys,
She said.
you guys got anything else that you'd like to talk about on the show? TK, anything that I know you were stressed at the beginning of the show.
No,
Lots
I'm good.
going
I
on.
told you, these shows are like therapy for me.
Yeah.
Oh, big time.
But yet I'm the one doing therapy. But that's okay.
We talk
though,
about
'cause
all
I
these
want-
issues that are
Who's
very,
next? Maybe we'll let him take
You know
the
what?
second appointment.
I did read something that by the 15th of this month, they say we're going the population of Earth is 8 billion people.
You got that?
8 billion people
That's what they say.
on Earth.
15th of this month, the
what they
population is
said.
8 billion people.
They said, I ain't said.
I'm
They
not
said
adding
it.
no more.
The government
Well,
is
my
buying
daughter
pills
is,
so we can survive a
so
nuclear
I guess
attack.
you can blame me for
I
that.
had to say,
There's
this
a
is-
fucking asteroid on the way that they just found.
Nah.
Let me sum this up for you people.
This
We're
is-
fucked. No.
This is where Thanos comes in.
Unleash the killer
Thanos
hornets.
comes in right now.
It's time to
I
kill
got
some
They're at
people.
his
bees
house.
outside of my fucking house.
We appreciate
They get you a
everybody
beat suit or something.
listening to the Outcast
Get him a
podcast.
sheet.
Make sure you rate. Please tell your friends to rate
Subscribe.
and review the show on Apple. We're on Spotify. We're on Audible, Amazon. You can just tell Alexa, listen to the Outcast podcast. And there you have it.
We on YouTube also. Hit that subscribe button.
Yeah, thanks to Jordan and Jacob back in the control room
Yeah.
for doing the video.
Double
Oh,
J.
yeah.
The
Hey,
double J's.
You can't play hoop with jeans on, dog.
Yeah, hey,
He knows
Jacob
I'm
brought his
talking to.
bell bottoms with him. I don't know if he can
What's up,
recall.
man?
He gonna
What's
he
up,
gonna
dog?
he gonna do some crazy shit on y'all ass.
calm down with the shades.
Yeah, man. Look, I can tell
Take
you
your
what.
Dr. Roxo shirt.
Stop spreading
He
hate.
does
We need to spread more love.
Spread the
Yeah.
love, man.
baby.
Spread love.
Spread more.
goddamn love.
Spread more semen too.
What's
Why
the
not?
end game? You know,
But
what's the end
where-
game?
I'm done. I'm
Put a
done.
condom on.
I
Love.
spread enough.
Wear a condom,
Don't be a hater.
I spread
but
enough.
also wear a
fucking hater.
condom.
We'll
Unless
see
you
ya.
put it in your mouth.
See you back next week. God's
Sorry.
willing.
Yeah.
So long, everybody.
Peace out.